It is rather windy outside. But right now we're taking a look at Klamath Falls. Take a look at that windsock. It is blowing. And Klamath Falls was one of those areas that saw some pretty strong wind gusts yesterday or overnight. At the airport was recorded 75 miles per hour. And a few other areas across the region, Medford at 46 from last night, although that is on the lower end of some of those peak gusts. That's still quite a bit, and I know a lot of us were having trouble sleeping last night, but wind is only one of the headlines we're going to be dealing with today. More rain, even the possibility for some thunderstorms, but a closer look this morning at what we're seeing across the region. Widespread rain for us here. We're seeing some heavier rainfall just worked its way through Klamath Falls, even areas over into our west side valleys. We've kind of been seeing that rainfall shift its way over eastward, and we're seeing a bit more of that moderate to heavy into Medford this morning. But today we're expecting wet weather and fall-like temperatures. 61 for your high into Medford, 52 to Klamath Falls. Wairika will be at 59 for Brookings for your high temperature today. And then we're also tracking out the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms. In that dark green areas where we do have that potential, we could possibly even see a thunderstorm along the Cascades today. But with that marginal risk, it does also mean we could see an isolated weak tornado or spin up, even a water spout if you are along the coast. We'll be keeping a close eye on that today. Overnight tonight, we will see showers kind of gradually diminish into the morning, but I don't think we're going to be completely dry by the time we start off tomorrow. But let's take a closer look out at Stormcast. So throughout your day today, it is going to be pretty wet for us. Notice we're not dealing with quite a bit of blue. Higher elevation snow today, mainly going to be to Crater Lake, Mount Ashland, a couple of inches if that, if we see any. But throughout your Wednesday, do expect to see some pockets of heavier rainfall, especially over west side. We'll even see it over to the east, but especially if we went through one of those thunderstorms, we could see some of those heavier amounts. Now into your Thursday, look as we head into the morning, we'll see more clouds work their way in, but it does start off on the drier side, not completely dry, so a chance for some showers, but that next system works its way in late morning into your Thursday and then becomes more widespread throughout, and then we'll be seeing wet conditions across the whole region by your commute home on your Thursday. So as we work into your Friday, we're finally going to start to see conditions dry out heading into the weekend on the drier side. Now in terms of rainfall, already saw quite a bit in a few areas across the region, seeing over an inch, 2 inches in some areas. So we're going to add quite a bit more today. Most of that again falling along those coastal mountain ranges and also into Siskiyou County. And then with that next system tomorrow, we'll add a little bit more to our totals. Most of that again is going to be along those coast areas. We're also still dealing with that wind today. We talked a little bit about it earlier, but through 7 a.m. this morning, we have a high wind warning for areas along the coast, the Shasta Valley, the Cascades and Siskiyous, but it'll last a little bit longer to the Klamath Basin and areas over east side like Lake and eastern Klamath County. And then we'll see that wind advisory expire today at 7 a.m., but we're not going to be done with those windy conditions. Just areas over to the west through the rest of your morning, not going to be quite as strong as what we saw last night. But take a look east side. Winds do pick up for us, especially into those higher terrain areas. We will see some relief as we work our way overnight tonight, but still expected to be a bit breezy across the region, especially if we are along the coast. Now that next system coming in tomorrow, we'll see more southwest winds pick up, and it is going to be a bit windy into those areas again, but not quite as strong as what we saw overnight. A look at your 7-day for the coast. Rain will be likely again tomorrow. We'll see the chance for some showers Friday, but it does look like that system wraps up quickly on Friday with only a slight chance into Northern California, and it is going to be dry through your weekend and the start of next week. Over into the Klamath Basin, we'll see showers again wrap up early into your Friday. Temperatures do warm a little bit throughout your weekend. Mountains, we expect to see snow above 6,000 feet with those accumulations. Not huge accumulations with that, so expect the wet and windy weather. And then finally back over into the Rogue Valley. Tomorrow we'll continue on with gloomy, wet conditions, a bit breezy throughout your day as well. Wrapping up into your Friday, but over the weekend, temperatures a bit more mild with mostly cloudy conditions.